You're standing in the dealership. The car is perfect. You can already smell it. Your hand's on the door, and the salesman smiles and asks you the friendliest question in the world. So, what monthly payment were you hoping for? It sounds like he's helping you. He's not, because the second you answer that question, you stop deciding what the car costs, and you start deciding how long you're going to be paying for it. Those are not the same thing, and the gap between them is enormous. Here's what nobody on that showroom floor will ever tell you. Buy, lease, or finance was never really a question about a car. It's a question about your future. And there's one number that decides the whole thing, a number they will never, ever put in front of you. So today, let's put it in front of you. Let's run the real math. Almost everyone walks into this decision asking, which option gives me the lowest monthly payment? Wrong question. That's the question that gets you. The lowest monthly payment is the bait. The right question is, which of these costs me the most future wealth? Because that's what you're actually spending, not just dollars, future dollars. Let's go back to that friendly question. What monthly payment works for you? Watch what it does. You say, I'd be comfortable around $600 a month. The salesman lights up. Great, we can absolutely get you to $600. And he can, but not by making the car cheaper. He does it by stretching the loan. $600 a month over 5 years is one car. $600 a month over 7 years is a much more expensive car. You just can't feel it, because the monthly number looks the same. That's the whole trick. The moment you negotiate the payment instead of the price, you've handed them the keys. So rule 1, before any math, you negotiate the price of the car, never the payment. Now let's compare the 3 real options. Same car for all 3, $35,000, out the door. A normal, sensible car, not a dream car. Let's keep our heads. Option 1, buy it outright. You pay the $35,000 today, in cash. Done. No payments, no interest. The car is 100% yours from minute 1. And we'll come back to the hidden cost of this one because there is one. Option 2, finance it. This is what most people actually do. You put some money down, let's say $5,000, and you take a loan for the rest, $30,000, and you pay it back monthly with interest over a set number of years. At the end, the car is yours. You own an asset. That matters. Hold that thought. Option 3, lease it. This is the one people misunderstand the most. Leasing isn't buying. Leasing is renting. You make a monthly payment to drive the car for a few years, and at the end, let's put actual dollars on each one, because the dealer is betting you never do. Financing first, because it's the most common. $30,000 borrowed, a 5-year loan at about 7%. A realistic auto rate right now, that's roughly $594 a month. Over 5 years, those payments add up to about $35,600. Add your $5,000 down payment, and the car has cost you a little over $40,600. So you paid about $5,650 in interest, but at the end, you own a car. That interest bought you an asset you keep, now leasing. On this same car, a typical lease runs around $400 a month for 3 years, with maybe $2,000 due at signing. Lower monthly payment. Feels cheaper. Over those 3 years, you'll pay about $16,400, but at the end, you own nothing. You give the car back. And if you want to keep driving, you sign another lease, and another, and another. A lease isn't a cheaper car. A lease is a payment that never ends. And buying outright? $35,000 today, and it's the cheapest in raw dollars. But it has a hidden cost too, because $35,000 sitting in a car is $35,000 not doing anything else. One more thing. There's a reason the dealer nudges you toward the options with monthly payments. Those are the ones that make them the most money and keep you coming back. Buying a used car outright with cash is their least favorite sentence in the English language. A few weeks ago, I called the car payment the costume nobody prices. Today, we're putting a price on it. Look at that finance payment again. $594 a month. We've been asking what the car costs. Let's ask a different question. The one that changes everything. What if that $594 a month didn't go to a car and went into a simple index fund instead? Let's say it earns around 7% a year. And I want to be honest with you, that's roughly the stock market's long-run historical average across decades. It is not a promise. Some years it's up 20%, some years it's down 20%, but over a long enough time, that's a reasonable number to think with. So that same car payment invested instead in 10 years about $103,000. In 20 years, about $310,000. In 30 years, about $726,000. Read that again. The exact same amount of money you are about to hand a car dealer is somewhere around $750,000 in the future. That's the number they will never show you. That's the real price tag on the car. Not $35,000, not the interest, the wealthy version of yourself that you're trading in for a slightly nicer commute. And notice, this is the same money. I'm not asking you to find extra. I'm asking you to see what the money you already spend every month is quietly worth. Now, I'm not here to tell you to never own a car or to feel guilty every time you turn the key. You need a car. That's real life. So let me give you the honest version. 1. If you can, buy a good used car, 2 to 3 years old, ideally with cash or a small loan. Somebody else already ate the biggest chunk of the depreciation. This is, quietly, the wealthiest move on the board. 2. If you finance, and most people will, finance the cheapest sensible car that does the job, not the most expensive one. The monthly payment will allow. Negotiate the price, keep the loan short, and picture that future self. Number every time you're tempted to move up a trim level. 3. Leasing genuinely makes sense in a couple of narrow cases, if you write it off through a business, or you truly need a new car every few years for work. Outside of that, understand you're choosing a payment with no finish line. And the one rule underneath all of it, the goal was never the lowest monthly payment. The goal is the wealthiest future self. So the next time you're standing in that showroom, and the car is perfect, and the friendly question comes, what monthly payment were you hoping for? You'll know what's really being asked, and you'll know what it actually costs. Quick note, this is education, not personalized financial advice. Your situation is your own. Price the costume. Protect the future one. I'll see you in the next one.